Managers, when did you realize you weren't actually in charge? Everyone thinks being a manager means you have power. Sure, tell that to Carol. Carol is 64, works part-time in our accounting department, and somehow runs this building like a shadow government. I thought I hired her. Turns out she hired me. It started my second week as regional director. I'm 29, hungry, ready to optimize. Carol's at her desk doing data entry, floral blouse, reading glasses on a chain. I remember thinking, sweet lady, counting down to retirement. I asked her to redo a report. She smiled. Of course, honey, whatever you need. I should have been suspicious right there. Nobody that agreeable is actually agreeing. 2 days later, I floated moving her to a different shift to maximize workflow efficiency. She nodded sweetly, then said, like she was remembering a grocery list, "Oh, did you still want me to send that draft you wrote to the CEO? The one you saved, then deleted about restructuring budgets?" I froze. "How did you—" She patted my hand. "You called me about your password last week, remember? I'm the one who maintains the old systems around here." That's when it hit me. Carol didn't just know where the buttons were. She owned the building's digital plumbing. If something broke, people didn't call IT. They called Carol. The next week I tried a power move. New software. No consultation. I announce it like I'm leading a revolution. It bricks accounts payable within an hour. Vendors calling. Payments frozen. Upper management asking why the entire department is on fire. And Carol is on vacation. Then my phone rings. FaceTime. Carol on a beach, sunglasses on, holding a drink. "Oh no," she says, watching me sweat. "That system? I've got the override codes. Want me to send them? Or should I let you explain to corporate why nothing is processing?" I begged. I actually begged. She fixed it remotely while sipping her drink. Then she smiled. "Leaders collaborate, dear. You might remember that." After that, I started noticing patterns. Every great idea I had that worked, Carol had already built the infrastructure years ago. Every idea that failed, Carol had warned me in her sweet grandma voice, and I ignored her. Even the promotion I thought I earned? I later learned Carol had been quietly answering executive questions about our department for months before I arrived. Then I made my fatal mistake. I vented about her to HR, privately, used the right phrases. Legacy employee, resistant to change. I submitted it through the confidential portal and felt very brave. 2 days later, Carol knocked on my office door, came in, and closed it behind her. She set down a folder. "Thought you'd want to see this before tomorrow." Inside were printouts and screenshots, audit logs of my work email, the message where I called my boss incompetent, the one where I lied about a sick day, the one where I texted a friend about confidential salaries. My stomach dropped. "Why do you have this?" Carol kept smiling. "Because I'm the compliance lead for records retention, have been for 19 years. When something gets filed in HR, it triggers a retention check. I see the alert. I don't see the complaint. Just who filed it and who it's about. My soul left my body anyway." She sat across from me and folded her hands. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to withdraw the complaint. You're going to approve my raise request. 15%, not the 3 you were planning. And every Monday, you and I will have a check-in where you actually listen." She stood up. "Or you can keep playing director, and I can let the board see how you use company systems. Your call, honey." I approved everything. Immediately. That was 8 months ago. Carol still sits at her desk doing data entry. I still have the director title, but every real decision runs through her first now. She knows every password that matters, every procedure, every vendor contact, every quiet workaround that keeps this place running. And here's the annoying part. The department has never run better. Last week, someone asked if I run a tight ship. I said, yes. Carol walked by, patted my shoulder, and whispered, "Sure you do, dear." I just smile now, keep my head down, sign what she tells me to sign, because Carol doesn't work for me. She never did. I'm just the guy whose name is on her door.